Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya, and today I'm going to do a reaction video for you. I just want to say I am feeling much better now than I was last week. I'm still getting over this, whatever it is that I had, but I feel a lot better than I did before. So I'm here recording on a Saturday because there is nobody home. So today's reaction was suggested in Discord. This is a channel that I have never seen before. It looks to be a new channel. It's called A Seat at Our Table. The video itself is called From Canada to an Australian Farm, Our 10,000 Acre Harvest. And I decided to do this one today because this actually looks really fascinating, you know, because I watch a lot of vlogs from Brits that move to Australia, but I do like to also get like a Canadian or like a North American perspective of people moving there too. Although Canada is still different than America, but it's more similar. Canada is more similar to America than like the UK is. So I'm very interested to see what their perspective is, and also the fact that they look like they literally don't live on the coast. They bought a big farm with a lot of land. It looks beautiful. And I don't know what part of Australia this is in yet. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check out this video, and I'm excited to. Look at that. Looks like Illinois.
We've just wrapped up our 2025 harvest, and it's been one of the better seasons we've had on this 25,000 acre family farm.
She's really
but
pretty.
Before I get into all that, you're probably wondering, what is a girl from Canada doing on a farm in the wheat belt of Western Australia? Today, I want to tell you a little bit more about how I ended up here, and then I'll share more about the farm and fill you in on how this year's harvest went. My name's Marissa, and 6 years ago, my life looked completely different. I was a city girl living in Ontario, Canada, and then in mid-2019, I decided I'd move to Australia. And that's when this chapter of my life really began. Now, when I first imagined moving from Canada to Australia, I had visions of white sand beaches, the Great Barrier Reef, palm trees, a lot of greenery, but my reality was about to look very different. I still remember leaving Perth a few days after I arrived in Australia and driving down the Great Eastern Highway in the little Ford Escape that I just bought, and being surrounded by gum trees and red dirt.
I really want to see a gum tree.
And lots of flies. Needless to say, landing a job in rural Western Australia wasn't exactly what I had envisioned when I first thought about moving.
I was told that the flies in Western Australia are worse than the flies anywhere else in Australia. Let me know in the comments if that is true.
Overseas, but look, everything happens for a reason, and this was something that ended up changing everything for me. After only a few months, I met Aaron, an Aussie farmer who, funnily enough, had just returned to his family's farm after living in Canada for 2 years. Fast forward to today, and Aaron and I have spent the past few years building our life together on his family's cropping and sheep farm. Now, I'll be honest, adjusting to living rural was a real challenge for me for a while, and I'll talk about that more some other time, but what's helped me
okay, I maybe it's just me, but I think that because she's been living there for 6 years now, or probably over 6 years now, she is starting to develop a little bit of an Aussie accent. You can hear it a little bit in certain words, and I don't know if Aussies would pick up on that as much as I would, just because I think that it would be more noticeable for me to hear someone with my accent start to suddenly sound different than it would be for you know, someone to suddenly sound like yourself. You know what I mean? Like, unless you guys notice it too, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because she really is starting to get like a little bit of the accent. And I don't know how old she is. She looks like she's, I don't know, early 30s. I don't know how old she is. But usually you don't see like adults accents change a whole lot. So it's interesting.
Recently is just becoming more involved in the farm, asking questions, and really just changing my mindset to see all the beautiful things and all the opportunities that come with living in this part of the world.
I bet they have the most beautiful sunsets out there.
For 2 seasons, I was helping on a nearby farm owned by one of our friends. There, I was helping with seeding and harvest, which I really did enjoy. I also learned to drive some heavy machinery, like this loader here. Now, this was a lot more scary than it was exciting for me, but look, I did it anyways. At the same time, I was also helping with the admin here, and that gave me a really good look into the business side of running a farm. All that to say, I have learned so much these past few years and now have such an appreciation for the lifestyle that farming entails. And I really am excited for all the things that Erin and I have planned this year.
I hear the accent a lot.
Look, I'm still very much in the learning phase, and I think we're all meant to be lifelong learners. So that's one of the reasons why I'm very excited to share this journey with you. So you can learn alongside me and get a better understanding about what farming and life looks like for one family in Australia. And that brings me to our Harvest 2025. It was all systems go here for about 5 weeks, and all family members played a role in harvesting 10,000 acres of wheat, oats, and barley.
Wow.
We had a few weather delays and some minor breakdowns, but overall, everything went really, really well. And we're extremely grateful for how this year turned out for us and a lot of farmers in the area. This harvest, I was driving the chaser bin for our farm, and with 2 headers running and a bit of grain coming off, I was kept pretty busy.
So these grain things, because where I live is very much an agriculture area. No, kitty. Ag is a big thing in this area. A lot of farmers and things, and a lot of people go to school for agriculture around here and grow up on farms. And so our county fair, we have this whole area where kids can go and learn about all these types of big machines and stuff, and you can go and sit inside them, and they have like a screen in there. It shows you what that machine does. It's like a TV showing you in front of, like it's like the front window of that thing is the TV, so you can see what it normally does when you're driving it or whatever. And like a whole area of different things like that you would see on a farm for kids to learn about and touch and experience and play with and mess with, and adults too, you know, but they do it every year at the county fair. And I have pictures of me and my kids inside those things, and like us in front of them and stuff. They're really cool. They really are.
It's also my first time using my drone and my new camera.
I want a drone.
So balancing filming with doing my chaser bin duties wasn't always easy, but I put together some footage to show you what a typical day during harvest looks like for us. So I'm really excited to show you, and let's go take a look.
It's such a nice area.
First things first, we start every morning with a good look around the machines and a bit of greasing. There are a lot of moving parts in the headers, and greasing helps look after them and gives us the best chance of getting as much life as possible out of the components. I wasn't going to show you this, but here's Erin greasing my tractor. Look, we had a deal. He does all the greasing, and I make all of our lunches and dinners. So I think it's safe to say it worked out pretty well for both of us.
That's a fair deal, I think.
Next up, a bit of fuel in each of the headers. These machines hold around 1,000 liters of diesel, and depending on how hard they work and for how long each day, we typically put in about 500 to 800 liters in each one every morning.
Jeez. Sometimes it really does shock me how much Australia looks like the Midwest. Or at least parts of it. I love being out in the country. There's
I
nothing
didn't really
better.
explain this too well earlier, but there are 6 of us living and working here on the farm. There's Aaron and me, his older sister Sarah and her husband Kim, and Aaron's parents Andy and Leanne. Everyone pitches in during harvest. We have Aaron here in the header, and we're very lucky to have Kim's dad, Big Kim, in the second header. As you know, I'm in the chaser bin, and Andy and Kim are each driving a truck.
Awesome.
Leanne and Sarah help us with shifting equipment to paddocks and transporting, which saves a lot of time. This is my view from the chaser bin. My job is to basically just follow the headers around the paddocks so they don't have to stop harvesting. Having a chaser bin really improves efficiency because a header's grain box holds only about 10 ton of wheat. Once it's full, the header would otherwise have to stop and go find a field bin or a truck to empty into. By using a chaser bin to do all the carting, the headers can keep moving, which definitely helps us get the crop off much faster. This chaser bin holds about 36 tons, so I can catch the headers a few times before driving back to the field bin.
Since I live like on the outskirts of my city, like a lot more rural, I see this type of equipment just all the time. Just all the time. Always stuck behind one of them on the street or something. Like, that's my traffic, is being stuck behind a big old tractor or something. That's usually what my traffic looks like. Coolaman? Is that a big brand there?
And here's Kimbo in one of the trucks. This one has 3 trailers and can hold around 70 tons of wheat. Alright, the tarps are on and he's on his way to CBH to empty out the trailers, and in a few hours he'll be back to fill up and do it all again.
Wouldn't that just be so peaceful to just ride on one of those just back and forth all day? That would just be peaceful. Unless it's like not nice outside, but like on a nice day, that would be so nice. We do this thing here annually. I can't remember what it's called, but they the kangaroos are out in their field. Oh. But they have this thing annually where they have...
This Kenworth truck is new to the...
Oh, it's a Kenworth. That's what truck apologized. At the fairgrounds, this is where they do it every year, but it's not at the fair. This is usually held like a month or 2 after the fair. But they do this thing where they get all these people to bring all their different tractors and different equipments and things like that to the field, and they have people volunteer to drive the different ones. My husband volunteered one year. We also took our kids one year when they were younger. But the kids get to go on there with these people, the volunteers, and they drive them around in these real machines around the land of the oh my god, fairground fields. Wow. Me being sick like gave me a foggy brain or something. But yeah, so my son, when he was younger, he took a ride on one of those things, and he thought it was really cool. And then my husband had volunteered once as one of the drivers, and it's just a really neat thing for kids to be able to do, and to learn about these types of things. And I know that this is not as exciting as city life or, you know, beach life or whatever, mountain life, I don't know. But this is a very real, normal part of people's lives. This is a very real part of my life. I mean, I don't personally live on a farm, but I know a lot of people live on farms. I've been to farms, and I live near a bunch of farms. And this whole area is very much like this. So this is very much like home to me. Like, this is very normal to me. Like, if I went to her farm, I would feel at home. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Am I making any sense? I don't even know. Anyway.
Farm this year, and I promised Kimbo I would do it justice by including a golden hour shot so we can all appreciate it in all its glory. And that's a very basic look into a day of our harvest. The headers move up and down the paddock, and once they're full, the chaser bin pulls alongside so they can unload. I take the grain back to the field bin, and every few hours the trucks come in to empty it. The CVH we deliver to here closes at 5:30, so once the trucks have dropped off their final loads for the day, we work to fill both trucks again so they're ready for an early start the next morning. We then continue harvesting so we can fill up the field bin and the chaser bin so their second loads for the day are ready to go.
I think working at night would be a little bit creepy, though. Being out in the field at night by yourself, I think that would scare me. I would only do it during the day.
Silence. You right?
You probably do need to stretch a lot when you get out of one of those things, because I imagine you're sitting in that thing for probably hours. It's probably so uncomfortable. That chair, the seat in it has got to be so uncomfortable, and the ride has got to be kind of bumpy and bouncy, right? Like, that would feel uncomfortable after a while.
Before I wrap things up, I realized I still have two very important scenes to show you. The first is our end of harvest celebration at the local pub. Leanne and Sarah had to be in Perth, so I was left with the boys to have some very riveting conversations on trucks and roadworks.
Yeah, well, it doesn't do a very good profile. Like, heading up the hill there to the bridge, I know teenagers will smooth it.
Poor girl.
Ridiculous. Like, Dad said too, though, if you go up the edge of that road,
I feel for you. I live with two boys. It's not fun.
It's very steep.
Being the only girl sucks, man. Sometimes.
Nowhere to pull off the road, and it's like,
Well, you would
why would you do that?
Have you ever heard the truck drivers coming through?
And finally, the end of harvest cleanup. Let's go catch up with Aaron and see how he's going. You look so cute. Let me see.
What are the harvest months
on you
in Western Australia, or in Australia in general? Like, what's the time frame?
This is why.
Jesus. Holy
That is
crap.
why we're getting a mudroom shower.
Damn.
He said, at least there's not fucking 3 headers to do.
That's right. So I'll tell you that when you want to get another one. Thank you so much for letting me share my story and show you how our 2025 ended and some scenes from our harvest. 2026 feels like a new chapter to me, and I'm so excited for what's ahead, and I'm also really excited to bring you along. If you'd like to see what happens next on the farm, feel free to subscribe. It really helps me see that people are interested in our life out here, and it helps keep me motivated to be improving my videos. I am really new at this, and talking to the camera is very new, and to be honest,
You're doing really
a bit
good.
challenging.
You're doing better than I did when I first started.
I'm striving to always improve my videos, and you just giving it a quick like, a subscribe really helps me and keeps me motivated to improve and show you guys more scenes from the farm. Thank you so much, and I hope to catch you in the next video.
She's really sweet. I like her. She did a great job. I'm giving her a like and a subscribe. did she say, does she only have chickens? Oh, okay, so she only has 4 videos. Oh, she has a video of baby chicks. Oh. Anyway, that was a really cute video. I really liked that. You guys have gotten to really know me. And you know what kind of videos I like and stuff. And this stuff is just so interesting to me. It's interesting to me to see normal everyday people doing normal everyday things. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to watch a bunch of celebrities do celebrity things. It's not relatable. It's not entertaining. It's not fun. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I like seeing normal people just do normal people things. And I know that not everyone is like me, but I really enjoy videos like this. And I thought she was very sweet. I really liked her. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of her and her channel and her little video and farm and everything. Let me know if you could hear the accent. She literally, after 6 years there, has an Australian accent. Like, not fully, but it's there. It literally is there. I could hear it. I heard it probably in like 75% of the things that she was saying. I heard the accent. I definitely did not hear Canadian in there at all. Interesting. Anyway, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and I'll see you next time.